In this short video, I would like to give a brief introduction to multifunctional timer relay. So what is the timer relay? It's a small low-voltage programmable electronic circuit designed to supply power in a controlled manner to your load. Your load could be a solenoid, fan, light, another electronic device. Timer has multiple functions and it could be set up to supply the power to the output for a predetermined period of time, supply power after a delay, supply power in a cycling manner, and so forth. There are more than 25 different functions available to meet your project requirements. So basically, with the timer, you can control the timing of the output of the voltage to your load based on a input voltage to the timer or also based on a trigger. As I said, optional trigger wire could be configured to be active on low and high signals to start or end the specific timer functions. Timer is small, compact, and water-resistant circuit with a 5 amp output current capacity, which is enough to power most of the low-voltage electronic devices. Timer installation is very simple. It connects between power supply and the load. The red goes to the power supply, the yellow goes to the load, black to the ground. The blue wire is the trigger wire, and white and green are configuration wires. So white and green are configuration wires which will be connected to the ground in a specific sequence to accomplish the timer programming. Download manual to see all the possible programming functions. In the manual you'll find all the information for the timer connection and configuration. So connection is pretty simple. Timer connects to the power and the load. You can use optional trigger. We use two wires connected to the ground to configure the timer. In the manual you'll find all the diagrams for all the functions with the descriptions, how they use. Some of the functions could be used without the trigger and with the trigger, and some of the functions are used only with the trigger. So for example, on-off delay is used with the trigger, off delay is used with the trigger. So off delay, here's application. If you want to power some device in your vehicle after you shut the vehicle off for a period of time, we would connect the trigger to the ignition, and with ignition on, the power would be supplied, let's say, to your GPS unit or the camera. And then after you shut the vehicle off, you want the output still would be supplied to your device for a period of time. You can set it up for a couple seconds, a couple hours, a couple days. In the manual you'll find all the programming steps, which are very simple. There are only 4 steps. In the first step, we're setting up the timing, T1 and T2. T2 is optional. In most cases, it's only T1 is used. Then you set up the timer function and the timer and the trigger type. You can change the output to normal or reversed, and there are 2 ways how the time could be entered. The normal duration, where you just hold the wire to the ground for a period of time to set that timing, or you can enter it for hours, minutes, seconds if it's a long duration for hours or days. In the manual you'll find the information about the triggers, how the trigger works, what does it mean, how the various configurations, how to use it, and so forth. And also you'll find some sample diagrams, how to connect the timer to your project. There's some various circuits, sample circuits, how to extend the current capacity with the relay, how to create a self-latching circuit, and so forth. We have other videos on more detail that go over the programming, connection, triggers, and so forth. So please subscribe and watch other videos. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you so much.